What's up, y'all? It's Jay Thunder.
And AJ Radix.
And we are the PWX AWA Tag Team Champions, Extreme Thunder. And you're listening to the Smack Raw Podcast, baby.
Hey folks, welcome to the Smack Draw Podcast, a wrestling recap show where we cover all your WWE, AEW, NXT recaps, reviews, pay-per-view predictions. The returning Rob Roode is on the show. What's up, Rob?
Woo! What is going on, man? I wasn't around last week. I had to adult.
Hell, man. I miss you, bro. I miss you, man.
Me too.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hell yeah, dude. Kevin's also on the show, our weekly regular for NXT.
You know it. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
He's not an regular. He's an AEW regular.
There you go. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like them suckers? What you, man? Ugh.
Hey, my bad.
Vince.
Botch.
Aaron messing up.
Hey. And of course, I am Kyle. I'm on fucking like every show.
You guys missed it. His door was open. Now he closed it.
Yeah, it is closed. Yeah. Anyways, hey, listen, if you're new to the scene, we're a wrestling recap show. You can find us on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts. Of course, we're live on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see every time we go live. Hey, we hit 100 subscribers, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, how awesome is that?
We got our custom URL. I set it up today. Did y'all see that?
I did.
I did.
Yes.
So I still say it should have been youtube.com/doodoobutter.
Anyways. God, just let me have this, Rob. For the first time, I can say you can travel over to youtube.com// Smack Drop Podcast.
That's us.
That's us, man. It's official.
Yes.
I'm stoked, man. I'm so happy.
Me too. That's awesome.
Hey, but if you guys want to watch us live, which you can, we are over on Twitter. Oh, what else? Not Pinterest. God dang it. Periscope. Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube.
Can you broadcast on Pinterest?
That's on Pinterest? I don't think so. I honestly...
Pinterest, get with it.
Get with it, Pinterest. We'll be on it. Hey, we'll get on Pinterest, man. Go ahead.
We're going to be pioneers. We'll be Pinterest pioneers.
Anyways, I see you guys spilling in the live chat. I am using this awesome tool from Restream. It will condense all the live chat from all our platforms into one chat box. So make sure to say what's up. Tell us what you thought about the show. We'll give you a shout out on air. All that fun stuff, man.
It's fun. It really is.
It is fun.
There's nothing like hitting the chat and like whoever's streaming be like, I see you.
Yeah. Kevin, I actually had the chance to use this. And how far are you from Albany?
Probably like 4.5, 5 hours.
Goodness! So you a little bit of ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was. We were doing the live chat on here, and I was talking to somebody in Albany. Are you guys under a curfew as well?
No. I mean, there's
fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. All bars and like restaurants are closed. Well, not the restaurants aren't closed, but you can't like eat there. Like it's all takeout or like drive-through.
Everything is like get your shit and go home right now.
Yeah.
That's how everything is set up. Get your shit and go home.
But yeah, there's no like official curfew or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Our curfew here in Michigan is like 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Like they basically told us we will give you random pullovers.
Yeah.
Like my work gave me a thing, like basically saying, I work retail, so like I'm going to work. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah, it is what it is, man. Hopefully this stuff clears up soon. But until then, we're always going to be here because, listen, man, it is kind of like stressful times and we all could use an escape. And unfortunately, pretty much all professional sports outside of wrestling have ceased. So we do understand that there's a need for an escape. Hopefully, us dumbasses over here at the Smack Draw Podcast can give you somewhat of an escape, some fun to have.
We trying.
Hey, man, if we're doing it for you, thank you for joining us, and hopefully you guys keep your heads up too. But let's get to it, man.
Italian. We're doing it for you. We're doing it for you.
Let's get to it, man. We're here to cover AEW Dynamite. What was supposed to be originally Blood and Guts, but instead they gave us, I guess, a mixed bag, according to us three on the show.
I'm gonna be that guy. Where were the women, man?
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
It just hit me like just now. It's not even in the notes.
Yeah.
Okay, the shit's going on in the world right now. We're not going to talk about that because we're here for an escape from that. Give me Chris Statlander on a webcam. What's up, guys? I'm going to fuck you up, Britt Baker, next week. You're done. Boom, there you go. You had a women's segment.
So simplified. Book it, man.
I mean,
God damn.
Why aren't you working at AEW? What
Jesus, Rob. Get him a job, dude. Hire this guy.
Oh,
no, but you're totally right. I didn't really notice it either. But like, really, the only prominent thing that women had was that Brandy Rhodes was the ring announcer.
She was absolutely terrible. I did not like it one bit. I didn't like her one bit. The first thing in my notes is who's the new ring announcer. And
my God!
It sounds like I was gonna find it in my notes, but like when you like the old school. I don't know about wrestling now because I haven't played a wrestling game since actually 2016. WWE 2K was trash. But before that, Randy Rhodes reminded me of what a ring announcer would sound like in a generic ass video game.
That's
what I call it. I'm not even trying to diss the woman, but compared to my homie I don't even know the guy's name that they have normally, Britt, you weren't.
I think it's like Josh Roberts, I want to say.
Or not Britt, Brandy. You weren't good. You weren't good.
I like that her name card. I don't know if it showed up this week, but last week it showed up. Said like she swore she would never ring announce again. So that might play into what you're saying, Rob. She didn't like doing it either. Okay, like.
Okay. As long
it's
as
a work, Rob.
It's a work. Work and you win, man. Hey.
Word. By all means, have at it.
Hey. Well, so we got Rob. Rob wants to know where's the women. Hey, listen, I'll say one thing I liked about the show. Was all the editing they got to do. Fucking Matt Hardy teleported all over the damn arena. That was awesome, man. That was great.
I can't. Of all people that didn't like it, Rob didn't like it. Like the most kayfabe guy since
the most kayfabe dude.
Okay. Let me tell you what I didn't like about it. The lighting changed every shot. Chris Jericho's stance changed every shot. The shade of Chris Jericho's hair changed every shot.
That's part of the charm, though.
I don't know.
You missed. See, well, now listen. We'll give Rob one thing. He missed the whole Broken Universe stuff from 2016, where
well, I didn't see it either, honestly.
The shoddy production, the B quality horror-esque stuff was part of the charm. The fact that it was so silly and was not the most serious thing was part of its charm to people. So I get it. If this is your first time coming in, this might throw you off. And hey, who knows? Rob, honestly, maybe you wouldn't have liked the broken stuff. You know, that was a very...
I don't like the new Matt Hardy. I mean, I've said it a million times on here. I was on the outside looking in, but give me the tables, ladders, and chairs Hardy Boys that won the titles back in the Attitude Era before Matt Hardy got broken.
That dude, but he literally is broken, Rob.
Yeah.
20 years of jumping off of ladders through tables takes its toll.
That's cool. Throw a Band-Aid on and fix yourself, bro, and give me some more
Throw a Band-Aid on and fix yourself.
Oh, my God. Okay. Kev, Rob and I have given our opinions on the show. What's yours, man?
I mean, I'm kind of lukewarm about it, honestly. Like, I didn't hate it. But like I was saying in the group chat before, we got on air here, it's kind of weird watching wrestling without an audience. I don't like it. It's like I don't know, it just takes a lot of the excitement out of it for me. And at first, like, it was kind of novel and cool, and I really liked what AEW did last week, but they clearly weren't going for the same kind of feel,
I wonder what the difference. I wonder if it wasn't they couldn't get as many people to show up.
Yeah,
to fill
I don't know.
in
Who
as
knows?
audience, or maybe it was the backlash of you guys have too many people out there together. I don't know.
That could be. That could be too.
Yeah, because in its place we got them backstage, like almost like in a production truck.
Yeah.
A mixture of heels and faces. But what was nice, though, I will say, is they linked the audio from the backstage throughout the whole night. So there was some semblance of crowd noise, like very faintly, but it was there. And I thought that was a nice touch. You know, I'd rather have that over dead silence, which we were very close to. Rob, what'd you... Oh, no, go ahead, Kev.
Well, I don't think that it affects the promos nearly as much, but the actual matches and the in-ring stuff like that, not having an audience really detracts from me. Like, I don't know. And it's just a kind of a shitty reminder of what's going on, too. You know? Like,
unfortunately, yeah. Maybe, you know what they do? We just get like a whole shit ton of those like Tupac holograms. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Fucking is the audience. That'd be dope as hell. Why can't we get a bunch of holograms out there?
Yeah.
All right, you got that Tony Khan money. Okay, you can afford some hologram audience.
If you can afford a $750,000 sports car, you can afford a fucking hologram audience. Damn it!
Oh man. So before we kick off the show, we'll do a little bit of work here. Really, the only thing to notice, other like the different than last week, is last week who'd we have? Tony Schiavone and was it Taz on broadcast all night?
Yes.
Tonight it was mainly Schiavone and Cody Rhodes, and then Omega was on commentary during the open of the show and then the closing of the show. Rob, what'd you think of Omega on commentary?
I thought he was absolute garbage. I don't mean to disrespect the man, but I don't listen to commentary. I don't notice commentary. I really don't. Like, I noticed a few plugs here and there, but I don't listen to the guys. I never really have. I mean, I have, but it's been in the back of my head. But tonight, commentary ruined the show for me. Even Cody. No, you're not a commentator. You're a wrestler. Get out of the booth.
See, I didn't mind Cody out there, man. Cody was a nice touch, I thought.
I didn't mind Cody either.
I mean, maybe it's not that I didn't like Cody. Maybe it was I didn't like the fact it wasn't JR and Excalibur.
Yeah, I mean, those are some big shows.
Look what we're doing right here. We're on Discord right now. You have an edited show. on Discord.
Breakout. Rob's breaking kayfabe here. He's we use Discord.
You're right though, man. Like that, they were making some awful mistakes that
they were
shouldn't have been made. You know,
there was a point. It's in my notes, but I just throw it out there. Like it got blown. We're going to break.
That's gonna.
If you're joining, Fight TV,
that was bad.
And then mid sentence, boom, they go to break. Like
they actually went to
ruining
break.
it for me right now. You're ruining it for me. Like,
that was
really we could blame that. We could blame that on the lack of the production staff being there, but they did have this issue a couple times initially.
Yeah.
But to me, I guess I'm super forgiving. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm biased. I tend to give AEW a pass a lot. I didn't get bothered. I will say this though. So I can't sit here and say anything particularly upset me, but the first half of the show really did have a hard time grabbing my attention. I will say that, with the exception of the Brody Lee stuff. Nothing of the first half really stood out to me. But speaking of which, before we get into it, you guys, I see you guys have piled in the live chat, man. Make sure to tell us what you think of the show. We'll give you a shout out on air.
Totally.
Of course. But Rob, go ahead, man. How'd we kick off the night?
Well, we kicked off the show with Cody Rhodes versus Jimmy Havoc. This is the first thing in my notes. Where's the normal ring announcer? And then there's obvious reasons he wasn't there. And then it was Brandy Rhodes. I don't like it. I don't like it. Commentary mentions that Jimmy Havoc is 3-0 coming into this match. 3-0. Jimmy Havoc hasn't really wrestled that often.
No.
So like 3-0 2020 or just overall? Like there's no way he's wrestled this year.
Well, maybe he was on Dark. I don't know. But they count that towards the record if they wrestle on Dark.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, but like other than that, when has he really wrestled? So like you got a 3-0 guy, and you're mentioning that he's 3-0, but he's not a regular, so you can't really take his 3-0 into perspective because you haven't really fought anybody big to lose.
Right. Right.
I guess. I don't know. I just felt like I plugged that in the notes because it's a fake 3-0. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Kenny Omega's on commentary. That's what I had, and I didn't like it. It ruined the match for me. It really did. I couldn't pay attention to the match. I was paying attention to how bad Omega was on the headset.
He wasn't that bad, Jesus.
He was to me. It wasn't JR, man. It wasn't JR. And
I know.
I will never complain about JR's freaking commercial botches again ever.
JR gets a pass going forward. It's one of the things like you don't know what you have until it's gone, Rob. Is that it?
Yeah.
Exactly what it is, man. It's exactly what it is. They did have Shawn Spears, Billy Gunn, Chris Jericho, and then there was a fourth guy to start off in the back that you mentioned, Kyle. That I don't even know who it was.
Matt
Check out
Jackson.
the match. Was it Matt
Is
Jackson?
that who it was?
Yeah, it was
He
Matt
looked weird
Jackson.
He looked weird in a beanie. That's what.
I mean, unless I got it wrong, but I took that was Matt Jackson.
that makes.
I think you're right because you say that, and I'm pretty sure commentary mentioned that it was Matt Jackson because they were talking about Nick Jackson being hurt and stuff like that. So that makes sense.
Havoc did grab the headset for a moment, and he did I forget exactly what he said, but he outdid Omega in one line.
I got a little bit of an issue though.
What's that?
Dealing with the current landscape of the stuff we're trying to avoid talking about. Probably shouldn't be putting his hand in Cody Rhodes' mouth. All right, like if we're not supposed to be touching our own faces,
Yeah, don't do what I'm doing.
Well, anyways, I'm more or less joking. But
your issue, which I'm sure I'm probably one out of maybe a million that feel this way. Cody Rhodes ran back to the locker room for whatever it was.
Oh, through the tunnel for the clothesline.
Yeah, that was weird.
Social distancing. Look, I'm watching your product to get away from that bullshit. Don't remind me that I have to social distance. Don't remind me of what's going on in the real world.
That's the thing, though, about AEW. They're all about the trendy memes. You know what I mean? What the youth is cracking jokes.
It's not a meme. It's not a meme. It's the real life. It's not a meme.
I know. I get where you're coming from, Rob. I get where you're coming from.
100%. The Twitter was using the news feed at the top of the homepage, and that's all it's been talking about. I almost stopped using Twitter.
Everywhere you go, man.
Someone DM'd me and was like, look, this is how you turn it off. I was gonna stop using Twitter. Look,
no, I had to.
And there's the real world problem that I'm trying to get away from. Get out of here.
It's kind of where I'm at with Facebook right now. Facebook is fucking crazy.
It's bad.
Yeah,
we don't want to hear it. We're watching this shit to get away from it, Kenny. To get away from it, even if it's one little itty bitty plug that you're trying to be funny, you're not funny. There's nothing funny about what's going on. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing.
Some of the memes are fire.
No, they're not. They're not because you can't make any kind of joke out of what's going on. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah,
you can't make a joke out of it. There is absolutely zero to make a joke.
Rob's not here to joke about the issue.
No, not at all.
I'm just trying to look on the bright side, man.
Yeah,
there is no bright side to this. That's the problem. There is no bright side.
This is weird. Without ignoring you, because I don't want to just ignore it. I will say this. I don't intentionally joke about stuff like this, but I joke when I become uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like that's how I deal with stress. That's how I deal with stress. Is when something makes me uncomfortable, I try to joke about it, not take it seriously, but it's hard for me to take shit on the chin and be like, yeah, this is fucking dreadful. So, you know what I mean? Like, I get where you're coming from, Rob. You know what I mean? And
right.
Some of us, it's like you guys see me in the group chat all the time. When everyone's getting all mushy, like Jay all of a sudden was getting all sentimental in the group chat, And he's like, I love you guys, all this and that. And I'm like, thanks, man. You're okay too. It's not that I'm like discrediting him, but I have trouble taking it seriously. So I joke, to pass my feelings along. But I get where you're coming from, Rob. I get where you're coming from. Anyways,
no, I hear you.
Who won the match,
Sorry,
man? How did the match go? Did you recall?
Cody ended up popping the win. I honestly don't know how because I was so stuck on commentary, and the commentary got me tonight.
He got the crossroads in there. It was a standard by the books match. That's
another part of the reason that I paid more attention to commentary, because AEW is more. They're known for every single match, even the matches that don't mean anything. Boom! Oh my God, who's gonna win? False 3. Who's gonna win? False 3.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win? False 3. We didn't get that tonight.
No.
Not until the end.
I thought we were gonna get like an insane hardcore match because it's Havoc, but even then, like a lot of people were saying, like what's gonna happen tonight? Is there gonna be blood? And they're like, well, if there's not blood, there'll at least be a staple gun. You know what I mean? Because that's the aura that Havoc carries with him. But even then,
maybe though there was some kind of, not to bring it back to the bullshit, but maybe there was some kind of restriction on that, and they had something like that planned, and they were told not to.
Cody won with the crossroads in the end. Before he got to jump back on commentary, though, we got Jake the Snake though on the Titantron. Oh boy. Oh my God, dude, that guy's fire. Okay, so I'll say it. I didn't want to take over. I was gonna leave it to one of you guys, but yeah.
I was trying to figure it out how Jake tells Cody that AEW was bringing the best of what fans wanted, but he's like, "Why didn't my phone ring?" You're talking about you want the fans want the best out there, but my cell phone didn't ring. I don't know about that when Jake, like, you were cool and all, but you kind of faded. Like, just saying, that's my opinion. And he basically said that his homie, Lance Archer, is going to come and thunk the entire Elite.
Yeah, and all they wanted was like one match. Hey, listen, I will say this, Rob, though, in defense of Jake the Snake.
I'm not dissing the man at all. Don't get me wrong. But when you think best ever, like, you threw out a snake.
No, he gets an argument for on the mic. He gets the same argument that Roddy Piper gets. Neither of those two guys were champion, but it's hard to name people that were better on the microphone than them.
Plus, I mean, like, come on, Jake the Snake's DDT at the time.
Yeah, that's essentially how we look at pile drivers nowadays.
Yeah,
that DDT was deadly. And also you topple all of that with the resurrection of Jake the Snake, the documentary that showed him go from addiction to essentially DDP saving his fucking life. Yep. And it really turned public opinion around for Jake. I think if he was ever going to get back into wrestling, this was the perfect way to do it. WWE wouldn't know what to do with him. Nope. AEW is doing it perfect, man. Pre-tape, give him some live promos. But, dude, on those pre-tape shit, like, between this week and then, Rob, did you catch last week when they... No, you didn't? Oh, man.
I didn't see anything from last week.
Everything he's done so far in AEW has been fucking fire, man.
Yeah,
it's been so good.
Him on that microphone is extremely captivating. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. But, like I said, Rob's got fresh eyes. We have eyes that have followed the product for a long time. We can't discredit Rob, man. A lot of new fans might be seeing how Rob sees it. You know what I mean? And just, who is this old guy? When I think about people from your era, I don't hear your name popping up. I hear Macho Man Randy Savage. I hear Hulk Hogan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have to plug it in there. Don't get me wrong. I was around when the Snake Roberts was a thing before he got into the alcoholism. And he was legit. And he was a name. But he wasn't. When they're like, we're gonna give the fans what they want, you don't really think Jake the Snake Roberts, and that's I'm mainly saying that in a kayfabe fashion. The dude's a legend; he deserves what he gets. But kayfabe wise, like, you're not gonna be the first name I think of. Who do you want to see join AEW in the Elite to bring some eyes? I wouldn't think Jake the Snake Roberts.
No, that's a fair point. Honestly, he's. I think it's mostly, to Kyle's point, it's the company that he kept in the era that he was in. Otherwise, he probably would be remembered more.
Like, had that man come out, like, if he was in his prime during, say, like, the Attitude Era.
Oh my God!
I really think things probably would have been different for the guy.
Oh yeah. Well, look at dudes like, Mick Foley and Steve Austin and shit like that. Neither one of those dudes are great in the ring, but he
helped make Stone Cold in that King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So when you're right, if no one told you about him and you think who's the best people you want in AEW, you might not think Jake the Snake However, you might think Darby Allin and possibly Kip Sabian, who these guys had a match as well. Probably not the most. Once again, not the most captivating match in my opinion.
Ooh, wait! You missed Cody's rebuttal.
Oh,
Cody had a rebuttal before
that's
the match.
right. Damn it, man.
And he basically told Jake the Snake Roberts, like, look, go ahead and bring Lance Archer in all you want. But the problem that you're having is you don't just bring your guy in and debut against Cody Rhodes. It doesn't happen that way. He said, you want to debut next week on Dynamite? By all means. It ain't going to be against me. That's not how it works. You don't take out the big guy when you're a nobody.
Oh shit! Hey,
Yeah,
Rob,
it was like
very good point.
it was like a really bitch and humble brag. It was
Yes. And Kyle, you mentioned the pre-tape promos. Cody even said that's how you get to somebody's heart. You pre-tape the promo and boom, you're gonna get somebody. But he said it ain't gonna be against me. Bring him in all you want. It ain't gonna be against me. But he never said who it was gonna be against.
Okay, do you think all those guys from last week's video count towards Lance Archer's record? You think he's gonna come in like 17-0?
I mean, it's possible.
No, they're not gonna count it. But it's Rob. If
I'm sorry. You cut out for a second. You mean the vignette that they did last week?
vignette, like those guys.
Oh no,
don't
they're not gonna
count.
count that. Jesus, but that was still really cool. Like
He
I was
won.
really into that.
So essentially, Rob, I guess to preface what we're talking about is last week, if you didn't catch it, Jake the Snake and Lance Archer showed up to what looks like kind of like the Wyatt compound, like a backwoods Louisiana type feel. Wrestling ring out in the field with a bunch of like dirty white tank top guys all in a ring. And Lance
Backyard
Archer,
wrestling, basically.
Lance Archer obliterated like 17 or 18 guys and then murdered a fella at the end by crushing his head off of a car door. It was
awesome.
Nice.
It was like a notch below Quentin Tarantino violent. Like
shit.
dude, it was gnarly.
And like Jake the Snake's just like sitting there in a lawn chair, like
Sipping a
looking
Long
out.
Island iced tea, just watching. It was dope, man.
Dude, it was awesome.
It was pretty dope. But yeah, we got a vignette, Darby Allin, which was nice, talking shit about Kip Sabian and them. And but
I'm loving that stuff.
got a match. I gotta say, Darby Allin, I think, needs the crowd. I think that dude needs that live audience where some other guys don't because they're high impact style. Darby Allin's size, I think, shows when you don't have a roaring crowd behind him.
I agree, and it's too bad too because like as far as like for lack of a better term, like homegrown talent in AEW, he might be my favorite guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear you. It was really really noticeable. Because like he does the cool, flipsy doos and whatnot, but it's just it feels a little hollow, without the crowd. I totally agree.
Did you guys see him throw his coat at Penelope Ford?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
What was that?
He threw his coat at Penelope Ford.
Oh shit,
He
man!
smacked
I
her
missed
right in the
that.
chest.
Oh, I missed it.
And you know me, I'm all about the little things. I'm like, yes.
Penelope Ford, she was trying to get involved in the match a lot.
She was.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Um,
She tried grabbing freaking Ellen's foot on the apron, and Ellen kind of kicked her in the face. He should have kicked her harder. Like, you're a female. That's all well and good, but you interfered. You're gonna get kicked.
It's 2020, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Equal
like
rights.
that too. She's a good heel manager. Doing shit like that.
she's not bad in the ring, man. Like.
That's true.
I've been
That's true.
hearing rumblings that she needs to get away from Kip Sabian. Like, she's the star between the two.
No shit.
Yeah, I've been hearing some people saying that stuff. I'll say one thing, though. I do like that Darby Allin is able to overcome the dumb babyface logic. At one point, she was blatantly trying to distract him while Kip Sabian was circling the ring. And anywhere else, he'd be distracted for like 2 minutes while Kip Sabian gets the jump on him. But he quickly regained his bearings, cut the corner, and did a dive out on Kip Sabian. So that was nice. I always like when you see guys have common sense or some logic in the ring. Just because it's refreshing to think that wrestlers, world-class wrestlers might have some intelligence. Like,
Well, on top of that too, like you were saying, like the baby face trap, he doesn't give me, the impression that he's like a straight baby face. I mean, obviously he's not a heel, people like him, but like he's not like a Cody Rhodes, if you will. You know what I'm saying? That's like this golden boy that's like, that would get distracted by something like that. He's like, I don't give a shit what you say, Penelope Ford. Like, who the fuck are you? You know, I'm fighting your boyfriend. You know, like.
You could disappear. I never even noticed.
So,
yeah.
Did anyone catch the move that Darby Allin won with? It was like a leg triangle roll up. It was an interesting little pin.
Oh God, what was it called? Cody Rhodes said it.
Last Supper.
I
The
thought it
Last
was
Supper.
fucking great. I loved it. I thought it was.
You
I don't
got
know.
this man with this coffin drop that is like
Yeah, there was
nothing
no
that you've ever
coffin
seen in
drop.
wrestling, and then you're gonna give him this roll up and call it Last Supper.
Yeah, but
Cody knocked a joke and said, you're calling it the
You know
Last
how
Supper. I recognize this move as, and I can't remember what he called it. So
Yeah.
I wonder if it was just Cody playing on one move that's been renamed, which is pretty much every
the only
move.
way to make his
Right.
Last Supper better is have him lead with a Bailey to belly suplex and then
Rob,
oh man,
come on.
come on.
Anyway.
Nah, but I mean, like to your point earlier too, with the coffin drop, I feel like that move only works with a live crowd, really. You know,
Yeah,
that is
so-
the pop is huge when you see that dude take off.
well, yeah, he looks like he's gonna fucking die every time he does it. You know, like it's just crazy.
You know someone else who looked like they were gonna die.
I don't even catch the guy's name.
Ah, fuck! Come on, damn it! I can't.
The
I'm
guy that got squashed by Jack Hager.
oh,
sending
yeah.
you fucking layups, Rob. Just Chico Adams.
Okay.
I remember his name because I was
I
like,
had on
this
my
is.
notes Cody Adams.
Cody Adams.
I got the C, and I got the Adams.
I got to be honest with you. I didn't even pay attention to this match at all.
You knew it was
Mostly
gonna be
because
Josh.
like Jake Hager came out, which by the way, I do like the new music that they're
He's
doing
got
for
some
all the
sick
inner
music.
circle.
Yeah.
I was about
I
to
like
break
that.
his neck. I'm like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like as soon as they were like, and his opponent is already in the ring, I was like,
that's why I didn't catch his name
You know,
because I instantly stopped paying attention. The show already didn't have me. I was already in a negative mood, and you guys know I hate squash matches. I don't care
I'm not
what
a
the
fan
point
either.
is. I don't care who you're trying to get over.
Hey!
I don't care if you're trying to introduce local talent. I hate squash matches. If you give me a match that I can bet $1 million right now who's going to win, and I'm winning $1 million, I don't want a match. I don't want your match.
I'm not a huge fan of squash.
I'd
matches
rather you
either,
come out and be
honestly.
like, Jack Hager just beat this guy in the locker room. Like before they could even come out, he won so fast. Okay, cool. Move on.
Anyways, I guess I will shed some positivity on this. It
My
is, yeah.
note here, squash next.
Hager squashed Chico Adams, local hands, but for one, they brought out a smaller fella, so Hager looked like a giant compared to him. And Hager's already a big boy. Like, let's get it straight now. Hager is a
Like-
big boy.
Like if this guy ever makes it, like out of the Indies, we're gonna be like, oh, that's that guy that Hager. He's already done. He's already buried before he can even be a thing. Come on.
Hey, now. Hey, look, the Hardy Boys got buried for years before they became the Hardy Boys over in WWE. Well, WWF at the time. But, so back to Hager. It looks like he may have added to his finisher. Did y'all catch this? It's now a rock bottom floated right into the arm triangle. So he hits the rock bottom, which already places the shoulder and the arm in position, hits it, and instead of getting up, just transitions straight into the arm triangle. I thought it was nice. I dug it. If anyone's gonna have like big dudes, Uranagi's are just like tighter choke slams is all they are. So a big guy giving essentially an Uranagi. God, I can't even say it now. An Uranagi, I can't fucking say it. Oh my god, I've lost my ability to talk. A Uranagi, god damn it. Is essentially all a rock bottom is. Okay, it's good. Damn it,
Just
man.
say rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Just say rock bottom.
I know, man. Fuck. Botch the shit out of that. Anyways, so yeah, he does the rock bottom into the arm triangle.
But you gotta
personally
say it like
liked it.
JR. Rock bottom! Rock bottom!
It's broken in half.
He killed him! He killed him! He killed him!
I saw someone dub actually of a soundbite of what you just did, Rob, of JR freaking out over the rock bottom. And it was a firefighter actually trying to pull someone out of like a 2 or 3 story window, and they
Jesus
fell.
Christ.
They fell, and they were okay.
Oh, no.
They were okay. They were okay. but it looked like a rock bottom from like 3 stories into the grass.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Some sick shit on the internet, man. I'm telling you. Afterwards, Moxley came out. So apparently it's Hager who's in the blind spot, man. Or like Moxley's in Hager's blind spot. So he comes out. He delivers a paradigm shift. Hager, I like this. He shook it off.
He got right up.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
And that's he should be. He's a giant MMA guy who took 0 damage in the previous match. A finisher should not put you away for a half hour. It should put you down for a 2, maybe a quick 3 count. But you're up immediately afterwards, and that was cool. So he took the paradigm shift, and then shortly after Moxley was standing over him, had barely enough time to breathe, Hager had him rolled up into an ankle lock before the scuffle got outside the ring and Hager ran off. Nice touch, man. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Does that mean we're getting Moxley Hager sometime soon?
That's exactly what I had.
Certainly looks it.
It has to make sense unless they just pretend this didn't happen. But you have so many people like that have been there from the start that are getting records, offers, getting wins, and then you got Hager, which has wrestled twice now, maybe 3 times, who essentially, in my opinion, isn't a top guy. He's great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but he's not a guy that's at a caliber of facing John Moxley right now.
Agreed.
There's so many other people that have proved themselves, and you got this guy that has come in from WWE that has 3 matches. He's an MMA. So
Well,
he's a badass.
out of Inner Circle, if Chris Jericho's out, Hager's the only one that makes sense because Moxley said he's going to be taking out Inner Circle, and Santana and Ortiz aren't going to make sense in singles matches. And Guevara, given Guevara or Hager, you're going to go Hager.
Yeah, I agree.
So while I agree with you, Rob, but because of the angle that they're trying to tell,
you're right.
Hager,
So they
it's-
wrote themselves into a stupid corner. Come on, AEW. Like
Pretty much.
I choose you over WWE, but you're starting to lose that.
man.
No, I hear you. They did write themselves in a corner there for sure. Because if Moxley's supposed to run roughshod over the Inner Circle, like who cares about? I mean, not that I don't care about Sammy Guevara, but like obviously, yeah.
What?
I mean, how could you? And that's clearly why they're having like Hager win and like squash dudes. They want to make him look like.
Not to mention
easy
that video
takedowns.
package they did for him. They did give him a beefy video package right before the match, making him look like a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll make him look better, over the next few months. Maybe I'll be into it, but I'm not sold on it now, for sure.
Did y'all like how they cut to Moxley backstage and there wasn't like a generic interviewer, which is what I was expecting, and Moxley just cut a promo to the camera?
That was good times. Moxley told him, check your blind spot. You walked away like a little bitch. You're going to get stretched.
Yeah, give me more Moxley,
Get
man. I
to the
love
promo.
that guy.
Flat out. Yes.
What'd you think of the Brody Lee pre-tape promo, Rob?
It was amazing.
That was fucking good.
Yeah,
Now,
was. Yeah.
I'm going to save it for next. It was a great promo. It was an absolutely amazing promo. I will give it to him. But I don't.
Kev, you want to set the scene?
I don't like Brody Lee. I don't like what they're doing. I hope that the Dark Order goes down. I really do.
Oh, shit.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
I think it's one of the coolest things in AEW right now, honestly.
I am, and I'm all for Dark Order.
I
man.
love it.
Cool and all. Okay, I don't care who you are. You do not tell anybody they are not allowed to eat until you're done. You're not that cool. You're not a god.
Hey, come on. That was
not a god.
fucking...
Dude, I
I'm
popped
sorry.
for that. I was like,
Yeah.
what a fucking badass. And the dude
okay.
listened.
Now, to clarify, this is from a kayfabe standpoint. Kayfabe standpoint. That's your crew. You're gonna tell them they're not allowed to eat. They're not allowed to sneeze. That's your crew, man. You should be like, let's eat together. I have this steak. You can have some. Oh, you sneezed. Here's a tissue.
Nah, that's
That's me.
Maybe they're Dark Order initiates or some shit. And
I mean, it
he's
very well could be. And he did exactly what the Dark Order is about. But
Yeah.
you guys know I haven't liked the Dark Order since the moment they debuted. And it's been getting up the bull.
fair enough.
He
Fair
struck me...
Kayfabe standpoint, 100% kayfabe standpoint.
yeah,
I
he's...
don't like it. I hope they get donked by the Inner Circle and the Elite at the same time. The Inner Circle and the Elite be like, wait, hold up. let's put our differences aside, and this guy, let's get him.
Oh
Boom,
my
gone.
god!
And then they fight, and then Hager gets his title shot that we don't want to see. Let's go.
I don't even.
I mean,
know.
maybe, you know.
Let's bring it back to the real world. No. Oh man, no. He strikes me as like Negan from The Walking Dead, where
Yes!
he rules through fear his crew, but he'll probably have a couple confidants like Evil Uno and Stu Grayson,
Yep.
who do get treated with respect, you know. But everybody else, you know, they don't get the respect, and he leads with fear. And I gotta say, he gave me the what's that movie? Fuck man, Fight for New York. You remember that movie? The Leo DiCaprio movie? Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel
character?
Day-Lewis is looked
Yeah,
like he
yeah,
was
yeah.
trying to channel, you know, something along those lines. Now, Daniel Day-Lewis is like the best actor ever. So
Right.
I'm not saying that he was on that caliber, but he really struck me as that's what he was going for.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Like the way he was dressed, the way he was like yelling at him. I didn't even think about it, but you're totally right.
Yeah,
that was badass.
That was the vibe I thought that he was going for, and it worked for me.
Yeah.
Once I made that connection in my head, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. He came out afterwards. Well, Kev, you want to walk through kind of like what the segment was?
Oh, the actual promo that he got?
The actual
like, at the
segment.
dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Brody Lee's like sitting at the end of the table, like eating a steak. Like I think it opened on him like just cutting his steak, if I remember
cutting
correctly.
a steak. He took like one
Yeah.
bite.
But
That was it.
well, I think it was like a close-up shot right on him like cutting the steak, and then
Yeah.
it pans out and he's talking to two dudes. I'm not even sure who they were.
I think it's
Do you
that
guys
new
have-
tag. I think it's the tag team that joined. I can never remember their names. I think one of them's
Okay.
name is Alex something. I can't remember them.
I
If you're watching the
literally-
live chat and you know their names, go ahead and drop them in the live chat.
I didn't know who they were. And basically he's, you know, like we're part of something special or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was that he was saying and how they're going to take over the world and shit. And then one of the dudes starts eating his steak and he's like, "Hey, you don't eat before me." You know?
So what you're telling me is I'm part of something special, but I'm not allowed to eat. Fuck your special. Your special is stupid. I'm gonna hang out with the inner circle. The inner circle gives me champagne and lets me ride in sports cars. But I can't even eat with you guys? Oh.
Inner circle lets me ride.
In sports cars.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Yeah, he runs off the dude. Don't eat before Brody Lee and don't sneeze in his presence. I wonder if people were saying that was a shot at Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon has a huge issue with sneezing. Yeah,
He's about the pettiest guy on the planet.
It's a
It
fucking
probably-
Looney Tune, man.
Yeah.
It probably was because they keep saying, I know him by a different name. I know him by a different name.
Yeah,
And
I forgot
didn't he,
about
like,
that. Yeah,
take a shot at like not the only old man that he was run by or something like that.
that was last week. Yeah,
That was
he
last
said
week.
that.
They
But
mentioned
that was
it again tonight
that was
in the promo. That's
You're not the only old man that doesn't understand me.
yeah. I mean, that was clearly a shot at Vince.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
there's no question.
No, but I was for it, man. He came out. He had a match with QT Marshall afterwards. Yeah, QT Marshall didn't stand a chance. I saw QT Marshall coming out, and I was like, oh, cool, QT Marshall's got a match. And they were like, oh, and the Exalted one. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a squash that wasn't a squash.
Not to mention,
Basically.
it was going to be a brutal one, too, man. QT got thrown into those that barricade, the bike rack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, bike
That
racks.
bike rack has no padding.
I know.
But it
man.
also weighs like it's thin steel. It weighs like
They put over the bike rack, is what they did.
They really
tonight.
did. They were selling the shit out of the bike rack. It
it's
was
gonna
like
be on a T-shirt next week.
But oh
the
my
Exalted
god.
one threw me into a bike rack, and all I got was a stupid T-shirt.
Yes. Oh shit. He so Brody Lee still got the discus lariat though, or the discus clothesline is the finisher. So which I have no problem with. I've never really been
I
a
like
huge
it.
fan of the discus lariat. But I mean, it's what he's used before, so you don't have to change everything. Yeah, that was pretty much it. He just beat the piss out of
Yeah.
QT Marshall, man. Cody was on the commentary though, like trying to cheer QT on. He's like, "That's my buddy out there. That's my personal friend." But
Nobody believed you, Cody.
Even
Nobody
Cody
believed
said
you.
he was like, "But he's got a tall task ahead of him.
Yeah.
Like he's got a really tall task." We got a recap of Matt Hardy's debut, the Nick Jackson getting messed up, getting that garage door slammed on his head. Dude, how about commentary throwing it over to Vanguard 1? Like, let's get our update from Vanguard 1. And they throw it to Vanguard 1, and the drone is just scoping out Nick Jackson working out in a garage. Which I liked how they were joking. They're like, "How much is Tony Khan paying him? He's got a nice ass house." Like,
And then this is where Tony Schiavone dropped a stupid social distancing joke that was so stupid, even he botched it and stopped himself. Come on, Tony.
man.
It's so bad I had to plug it. Come on, get out of here. Even you, Cody was like, "Wait, what?" And Tony just didn't say anything.
Yeah, he just tripped so bad over your words. You just like, can we just move forward? Like me trying to say Uranagi like fucking 15 minutes ago.
Just say rock bottom.
Say rock bottom, Kyle. All right. Rock bottom. Oh my god. We got Omega and Sammy. I almost said Sami Zayn. Omega and Sammy Guevara.
This is a good match.
For the AAA Mega Championship. Nice to see that belt get some shine since AAA can't wrestle right now either. Yeah, man, this match was pretty good. Rob, you were mentioning that the match lost you in the beginning. Did they win you back towards the end?
It did pick me up in the end, and it was the only time I was excited during tonight's episode, which I'm glad they wrote me in, but it was boring at first, and then, yes, it did pick up. And it picked up very, very, very well.
Yo, Guevara got tossed out in the audience, which, I mean, there was no audience, but what they had was these giant pictures, of cartoon depictions of wrestlers. And one of them was like a cartoon depiction of Brandy Rhodes. And Sammy Guevara, picks it up and grossly makes out with this picture. And it's not really quick. They linger for 10 fucking seconds, tongue and everything all over this poster, and it's hilarious. They cut back to Brandy Rhodes.
Kevin and I didn't see this because we were both texting you assholes in the group chat.
My god!
How much we weren't interested in what's going on.
I'll send you. I'm sure there's already a GIF of it. I'll send it to you guys after the show.
I did like with Sammy Guevara. He did with the caricature pictures of Chris Jericho, and I can't remember who was it. Jake Hager, I don't remember, but he put him in a seat on the outside of the ring and was pretending that they were part of the audience and shit like that. Yeah, hilarious. I thought that was a really good touch. Yeah,
I mean the match turned into a Kenny Omega match. If you have somebody that can keep up with Omega in a good pace, it's gonna be a good match. It started slow, but towards the end, once the V triggers started flying, Guevara had pretty much Guevara's only counter for Omega's offense was to bite him. He bit his wrist 2 or 3 times throughout the damn match.
I personally think they overdid the V trigger. I like seeing a V trigger, but I don't like seeing V trigger. Oh, another V trigger, V trigger, V trigger. Oh, another V trigger, and then there's another.
You're guaranteed 12 V triggers in a long Omega match. You're gonna get a lot of them.
One time, cool, it's a V trigger. 12 times, it's needed.
Yeah, I hear you. It kind of makes it, kind of weakens it for me. Honestly,
it really does. That's exactly what it is. It's cool. Drop it and then drop your finisher, whatever your finisher of the night, maybe the Last Supper or whatever. And then finish the match. Don't do 12 of them. Then it's just a knee to the face.
Yeah. I hear you.
I will say, as an MMA fan, it is kind of weird because you see the Judas effect, which the spinning elbow in real life knock out a fucking horse. You know what I mean? And so they treat it like such. But then you see the V trigger, which is in MMA a flying knee, which will knock out a fucking horse. Yeah. But yet a guy can take 13 of these. So I can see your point, Rob. This, it is a move that looks like it could finish you. But I mean, the same thing, you could say the same thing happened to the DDT, the super kick. You know what I mean? Eventually they become transitional moves. And but that's part of the criticism. Your criticism is completely valid, though. Like, I'll give it to you. It's just, it's part of a Kenny Omega match at this point. You'll never see a V-trigger end a match unless it's probably against, like, local enhancement. Otherwise, no one gets ended.
You're totally right. I mean, think about back in the day, like when Shawn Michaels was given Sweet Chin music. Yeah. I mean, that's just a super kick, but Jesus, people were not getting up from that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that was ending a match. It was
especially when he put Jannetty through the freaking barbershop window.
Yeah.
Who was it I saw recently? Oh, we saw the anniversary of Kurt Angle doing the sexy Kurt. And that was one of the things he said, like, Marty Jannetty still can't stand up. I remember that line. That was so good. Anyways, has nothing to do with the show.
Speaking of Kurt, I have to plug it. It might have been a while ago. Did you see that thing Angle posted on Instagram, him eating the spaghetti?
Yeah, cutting the spaghetti. Yeah, it's him.
Cutting spaghetti with scissors.
The family was not in on the gag. So, he's eating spaghetti, but as he lifts it up, all the spaghetti that hangs, he cuts it with scissors. And dude, once his family caught on,
milk. She's like, Kurt, stop being so lazy. He's like, lazy? I want a gold medal with a freaking broken neck. Don't give me that gold medal crap.
She's like, you're not doing that one more time. Like, if that ain't a married woman right there, like, I'm not buying that crap.
I want a freaking gold medal with a broken neck.
I know.
That's awesome.
He gets away with anything because of
dude.
that.
I mean, he's a dude. Good. Like, I could do a whole show on Kurt Angle. Like, I really could. Yeah, him. He's one of the best ever.
He really is.
And it's amazing because he's not a guy that came up through the indie ranks or anything. He was a transitional sports guy. Came from the Olympics and literally just picked up pro wrestling like it was in his blood. Like, it's insane. But anyways, let's get back to it. Omega and Guevara have a back and forth match. A lot of reversals. In fact, my wife, who stopped by to watch the match, she was convinced that Guevara was going to win. Looking at how it went,
she's clearly not a wrestling fan. Throwing that out there.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean,
careful, man. She might be watching.
No. That's no criticism. I'm just saying that everybody who is a wrestling not winning it.
She might be in the chat, bro. She might be in that chat.
But to your point, though, man, like,
I want some quesadillas.
Hey, look, man. They don't need to know about my pre-show meal, okay? Give it a break.
Well, to your point, though, about your wife thinking Guevara might win, I think that for the most part, other than the shitty squash matches that's happened tonight on AEW, they do a really good job at making you question who is actually going to win, even when you're pretty sure you know who is going to win before the match starts. Because, I mean, there's been a handful of matches in AEW where, like, halfway through it, I've been like, well, so-and-so is definitely going to win this match. I'm like, well, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it's... So, I
was like,
as a wrestling fan,
I felt that
way.
No, you're right. Because I was thinking, well, Sammy's doing good. All he needs is Santana and Ortiz to come out here for just a moment. Like, just...
Right?
Yeah, and I was like, that could be it. He's doing well enough on his own. Maybe, like, he's not going to win it clean, but maybe a quick run-in, a quick distraction could give him the opportunity to win it. And so that's where my suspension of disbelief was at, was like, okay, if I see a member of the Inner Circle, it's probably going Sammy's way.
Yeah.
But ultimately, he did fall to the One-Wing Angel, which Omega didn't even pause with that. He threw that dude up and did no hesitation, brought his ass down, and commentary sold it perfect. Like, okay, well, it's over. Just like, they didn't even. There was
yes. He hit it very well. I love AEW and their false threes, but like I would have been upset if he kicked out there.
Oh yeah, that would have been way too much.
Even my kayfabe ass would be like, bullshit.
No, I think the One-Wing Angel is going to be one of the more protected moves in AEW.
Oh, I feel like that's probably the most protected move in AEW right now, honestly. Because I mean, how many times has Omega even hit it since AEW? You know what I mean? It's not been that much, and every time he does, it's nasty.
That's how they built. So if you look up Omega, like what he's recently known for was back in 2017 it looked like he put on the match of the century or the match of all time against Okada. And the story of their 1 hour match, which fell as a draw, which Okada retained his title, was that Omega could not hit the One Wing Angel during their hour-long match.
Oh, no
and
shit.
that was the whole story, was like he just couldn't hit it throughout that match, and had he hit it, he would have won. And so sure enough, almost a year later when they ran it back, that was the story that got him the win, was that One Wing Angel.
That's cool.
And it's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're going to go watch any trilogy of matches, watch the Omega Okada trilogy. Now, you're going to need a solid almost 3 hours to watch 3 matches. And I'm not talking promo package. I'm talking they're long fucking matches. But there's some of the best wrestling you'll ever see in your whole life. Like,
Oh yeah,
down.
I've heard from several people that that's the case, and I've been meaning to actually watch that shit.
Yeah,
for
that's why a
while
lot of
now.
people are pissed off at Omega, because they still have those matches fresh in mind, and they look at what
Yeah.
he's doing in AEW, and he looks completely nerfed. Like, completely nerfed. Like, these other guys, he should be just running roughshod through. But,
Well, yeah. Well, sorry, we should probably stop talking about New Japan, huh?
sorry, yeah, Rob's like, man, you guys are speaking fucking foreign languages, right?
I'm listening.
Well, to be fair, man, I haven't really watched all that much New Japan. Like, just like some highlights here and there, and like I know the mystique and stuff like that surrounds like Okada and shit. Like there, that. So I can only imagine, how good those matches must have been.
Yeah.
the
Now,
only thing I know about New Japan is like the way Japan does things. I would get kicked out of the arena because I know like they're all quiet and respectful, and they wait till the match climaxes till they start cheering. But as soon as the bell goes off, I'm like, kick his ass, Seabad!
Yeah.
they would pick you up like instantly through the audience. That they get rowdy, but yeah, they wait for the crescendo.
They wait. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't want to wait. I want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scream at you right away.
You could hear Rob in all of Kurikan Hall or fucking
Like
the Tokyo Dome, like just Rob's voice in the back.
I went to an Indians game in Ohio, and like I was given seats. I was 12 rows behind home plate.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
You could hear me on the broadcast the entire night. Every time we got a hit, yeah! And like I started doing jumping jacks and shit because this guy started talking shit about me cheering. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna cheer. My team just hit the ball.
You're
So
at a goddamn
I started getting
sporting
loud.
event.
Yeah,
Right.
man, that's
You're
the whole
supposed
point.
to be
Same
rowdy.
Fucking let
I'm
go,
12
man.
rows directly behind home plate. That's where all the businessmen sit that like they're not me. They're not a bleacher guy like me. So
Yeah.
I respect it, but at the same time, shut your fucking mouth. My team hit the ball. I got a hit. See that hole right there that he just put the ball through and then ended up on base? That's when you're supposed to cheer for your team. Sorry.
That's what I
Oh
thought.
my
Wow.
god.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm from Detroit. For those who don't know, I grew up in Detroit. A guy turned around and looks at me and goes, "You're from Detroit?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What trailer park?"
Oh,
I was
Jesus.
like, "Oh, I live on the one they filmed 8 Mile in. What do you got?" And he just
Oh shit. Well, speaking of stuff that's getting filmed, Rob, go ahead and walk us through the whole the final segment. Jericho and Matt Hardy staring off.
I can't walk you through the whole thing because so much happened in this
Yeah.
freaking promo. But I can give you my notes. Here you go. I'll go off of my notes. What I got right here. Jericho came out, took the camera from the cameraman, and the cameraman was singing Judas. That's absolutely amazing.
Fuck
That was awesome.
And then the music stopped, and the cameraman kept going.
Well, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. The crowd finishes the song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it's absolutely
yeah.
amazing. So that was a
Cody
plus to
Rhodes
the
was like,
crowd.
we know why he's a cameraman. He has a face for TV and a voice for radio. And I was, yeah.
No, he said he had it reversed. It's like he has a TV
Oh.
for radio and a voice for TV. Yeah. The one thing that he did do wrong though was he should have belted out the ending. He did what most of us do when we get shy. You get really quiet. You imitate like you're singing instead of really letting your voice go.
Right,
He's
right.
Judas in my mind. Like no, dude, just scream
Yeah.
it. It's like you sound
was-
bad
yeah.
anyways. Just scream, okay? It's
He
all
was
right.
definitely nervous. He was
Yeah.
definitely nervous.
But no, you can't knock on this dude. This dude does not intend on having cameras pointed at him. So
Right.
fucking kudos to you, cameraman.
Right.
No,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Give that guy a record
kudos to
Get that
you,
guy
bro.
a record deal.
Just dude, why? Listen, out of everyone else, Jericho asked to join Inner Circle tonight. Why not ask the cameraman? Come on now, like,
Why not?
why not, man?
because then the cameraman has no reason not to join. And then it just gets weird. Like he's our cameraman.
He just lingers
Hey,
there.
on Raw, we had a referee joining the ministry of Seth Rollins or whatever.
That's
the
a
hell
referee. The referee has a reason to throw matches.
The
he
cameraman
gonna do?
can too, though. Like just just all of a sudden the camera gets off shot
The
whenever
camera
Inner
cuts to the
Circle's cheating.
crowd.
You know what I mean? It just pans to
I
the
don't
crowd. Who knows?
I could see how you could make it work.
I don't know. I was just
Whatever.
throwing out a stupid idea.
I have to plug it because my brain fired the memory. World War III, WCW 1995. When Hulk Hogan
like
and
this.
Macho Man were the last two in the ring, and Hulk Hogan got flipped over the rope and said his feet didn't touch. So he made it back in the ring and flipped out Macho Man. And then the next night, Macho Man was like, bullshit, Hulk Hogan got eliminated, and I have the video proof. And then just before Hogan went over, the video cut off.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
there you go.
That's
That's
awesome.
good memory.
I remember stupid shit from back then. Like, once the Attitude Era started, like, it's all a blur. Like, I know it was awesome. But before that, I remember specific pay-per-views like that. Good time. The video just cut. I'll never forget looking at my TV like, bullshit. So back to the subject.
Yeah.
Jericho steps in the ring and he starts talking about Matt Hardy, and he offers Matt Hardy to join the Inner Circle. That seems to be the new trend going on.
Well, he offered Vanguard 1 first because Vanguard 1 showed up in the middle of his promo.
No, he offered Matt, and then Vanguard 1 showed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then Jericho says Vanguard 1 is a piece of shit, but I respect it. That's why I'm going to offer Vanguard 1 to join the Inner Circle.
He's like, we can pour bubbly down your gas chamber or something like that.
Well, and Tony Schiavone, I'm pretty sure it was Tony Schiavone, was like, he's cutting a promo to a drone.
To a drone.
Like, just really fucking, like, deadpan like
Sold
that.
it so
I
good.
lost it.
No,
It was so funny.
my favorite thing on commentary during this whole segment, for one, was when Chris Jericho first came out and he didn't have a stick microphone. They were like, does he have a Britney Spears microphone? Is how they referred to it. And then he initially started off the promo talking shit about the Elite, and Cody and Kenny Omega are on commentary and they're like,
Yeah.
does he not realize we're right here? Like, we can hear you, Chris. And I thought, dude, when they broke that kayfabe disc, like, yeah, we can hear all this trash talk. Oh man, I popped. But yeah, he went in on Matt Hardy and Vanguard 1. Vanguard 1 shows up and he's talking shit. And then after Vanguard 1, because he offers Vanguard 1, hey, join us. And Vanguard 1 flies off, and Jericho's chasing after the drone, calling it a piece of shit as it flies away. Oh, dude, Jericho's a fucking man. Like,
I
he's
was losing it, man. I was laughing
dope
so
as
goddamn
shit,
hard.
man.
Freaking gem. But then Matt Hardy does the B-rate.
This is good, Rob. This was
Studio
fucking
effect.
good, man.
Yes.
Matt Hardy can teleport, damn it, and they don't need to cut the lights off.
My
Like,
problem is make it look more believable. If I noticed the broken, come on, broken.
hey.
I don't know. I thought it was
Like,
awesome.
there was like a point where Jericho's shoulder was a little more slumped than the time before. And like, I
What are
Jericho.
you, some kind of continuity director now?
Yes,
What the fuck?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. If you're gonna try to pull some shit like this, don't make it look 100% fake on what's supposed to be a live show.
So if you're wondering what Rob's referring to, the camera cuts over to Matt Hardy standing in like the upper deck of the stadium, and you
On a
have
live
and you have Chris Jericho in the foreground. And what they were
Just standing
doing was obviously Chris Jericho tries to stand as still as possible,
But he failed.
and they cut to Matt Hardy just blipping throughout the whole stadium. But yeah, Rob's right. You see Jericho's hair shift, or maybe his posture shifts like slightly. I think it's part of the charm. Okay,
I gotta
Like,
think they did it on purpose. I
Yeah.
can't imagine that they didn't. You know, like
They could have put all the effects. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen the broken stuff that he did with TNA or Impact, that was part of the charm, was how cheesy and bad it was. Like, why you watch like B-rated horror movies, you don't watch them because you think they're great. They're so bad they're fun. And that's kind of the charm that Matt Hardy's Broken universe is. Now, granted, that's for a select type of audience. If you're not going to be into those B-rated horror movies because they honestly low production and not, don't look that nice, you're probably not going to be into the broken shit.
Right.
And there's no knock on it, man. Like I said, the broken stuff is super divisive. People either love it or they hate it, and there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
I like it.
So no,
and again, that's from a kayfabe standpoint for everybody listening.
Yeah.
It's a standpoint.
No, yeah, it definitely has to be your cup of tea for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Not my cup of tea. And I have a very deep cup of tea. I can deal with just about anything.
I have a very deep cup of tea.
I'm over here extending an olive branch to Rob, man. He just shits on it. Oh my fucking
That's
god!
hilarious.
Matt Hardy, he eventually ends up in the ring though, and these guys go back and forth, man. Matt Hardy, after teleporting, man. Dude, I love the contrast in characters.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy playing the super, like I said, the super B-rate, like supernatural Damascus is the entity that's in him. That's been around since actual Judas, and Judas betrayed Damascus as well. And Jericho.
I don't like Matt Hardy. I'm sorry, I don't like Matt Hardy, but I will be buying an all delete wrestling shirt.
Yeah, I saw the shirt on there tonight.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Wait, is that actually a shirt? That just hit me. That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, they do. They have an all delete
Okay.
shirt. It's on.
I have to buy one.
Yeah, Jess almost bought it for me, but I had her get me an Inner Circle shirt instead.
Did you get the Guns N' Roses one?
I got the spray painted one.
Oh, you're
yeah.
a sucker.
Nah, man, I almost got it, man. I almost got it, but I got the spray painted one.
No, I want it.
I want the Guns N' Roses one. That one's
I know which one you're talking. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough picking.
No, that one's cool too. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, but I love the contrasting characters because Matt is so fucking out there, and then it cuts over to Chris Jericho. It's like, we've wrestled together for like 25 years, man. Like,
I know.
Well, what are you talking about? And I love that Chris Jericho just kept that olive branch out there for Matt the whole time, only to get it just rejected time after time until Jericho slapped the shit out of Matt, who punched the fuck out of Jericho. Jericho essentially says, that was a hell of a punch. You took down Le Champion in one strike. He's like, but I got magic too. And he said something like along the lines like abracadabra.
He legit said abracadabra, and here comes Guevara jumping.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So Sammy jumps at Matt Hardy, but finally Cody Rhodes and Omega said, screw this. They come out with some chairs. They chase off Jericho and Sammy Guevara, and that's how the show went off the air. My opinion of the show, I'll give it the last 40 minutes, half hour. You could the first hour and 20 minutes, honestly, yeah, I could have not seen any of that. I don't feel like I missed much.
It was.
Except for the Brody Lee promo.
I feel it is important to say that although the Jericho Hardy promo it was a basic promo. Hardy kept saying that he was there last week simply because he had a debt.
That's right.
To the young guys.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what that leads off in my mind is Matt Hardy's not elite.
No, he's in it for himself by all means.
Yeah. Basically saying, I wasn't there because I'm elite. I was there because I owed them. I paid them off. Now I'm my own person. So I'm not elite. Don't assume I am.
Yeah, absolutely. And what else was it? Fuck. Damn it. I can't remember. No, Rob, that's a good way to put it. I don't really have much else to add to it. Thought I did for a second. But
no, I forgot about that, Rob, and that's an
Hardy
excellent
kept
point.
Rambling some about essences live on.
Oh, no, he, okay, thank you. I remember now. Yeah, fucking Abraham Lincoln was in attendance. Yes.
That was hilarious.
Jericho's like, Matt, there's no one here for you to act like this for. And Matt Hardy's like, there's beings everywhere. There's specters everywhere. Over in this section. Yeah.
Crazy, bro. You crazy, dude.
It was funny. It was awesome.
Dude, Rob, you need to go back and watch the final deletion. Not like the broken stuff. You don't need to watch TNA to watch all the shit. Just watch the final deletion. And you'll see what I'm talking about right away. It's his match against Jeff Hardy. It's a ton of fun. And you don't know who wins. So it still falls in your category.
I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah, look up the final deletion. But
I've never seen it either. I should probably
yeah,
look that
dude,
up
check it
myself.
out, man. Honestly, Kevin, I know it'll win you over. Rob will probably think it's doo-doo within like 5 minutes. Like,
no.
he'll start.
Oh, no.
He'll start pooping on it. But I'll tell you, they have a dilapidated boat and they have fireworks. Okay.
I'm sold already.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, but no, it was good. It was a good show. I liked the show. Like I said, I
mean-
liked the ending. I
I mean, I will definitely say that I like the Kenny Omega Sammy Guevara match and the ending. Obviously the Jericho Matt Hardy promo was fire. That was really good. But other than that, man, I was really kind of lukewarm on it. Like I just I thought Kenny Omega was terrible at commentary.
He was absolutely
like
garbage.
he's just corny and boring as hell. Like
Don't let him do it again.
No,
Yeah.
him on the microphone is better as a heel. Like, cause he portrays almost like an anime or like RPG villain.
Yeah.
When
You
he's a
would
heel.
show me some of that stuff, Kyle, and I'm really into that. That's really cool. Bring
Yeah.
that Kenny Omega.
And then, not to mention,
AEW.
he's fluent in Japanese. And
shit, I didn't know
so
that.
over in Japan, it was cool to watch him go from English to Japanese and back and forth. And that was pretty interesting. That probably wouldn't translate too well to AEW's product.
No, probably not,
But in
it's still
Japan, yeah, that was cool. He's fluent in Japanese. But that's it, man. That's our show. Look out for tomorrow. I think Vince and I are shooting some stuff because since we hit the 100 subscribers, Vince is officially watching Cats.
Oh shit!
Hopefully, he'll be watching it, and we'll be getting footage and maybe live streaming his reactions here in the next day or two.
I didn't know it was gonna be that soon. Holy shit!
Yeah, and then I also ordered Jay's Punishment, the Toe of Satan. So we'll watch to get Jay eat like a Carolina Reaper lollipop while he enters some wrestling trivia and maybe cuts a promo. That's gonna be nice.
I hope he doesn't die though.
Oh man, that would equal some views though. That would equal some views. Like, saying,
Jesus Christ! Watch Jay Thunder die live on Smack
I don't know
Raw
how I
podcast.
feel about that.
look,
Yeah.
man, I might be.
I'm not.
I might be
not
mad
sure I
with
like
power, man. But otherwise, hit us up. Hit us up on Twitter at SmackDrawPod. Rob is at 2 words can't see me. That's TWOCANTCME. Kevin is at Kevin Crazy 316 Crazy with a K, and myself at The Kai Tai Show. But really, I mean, thank you all for joining us. I see y'all in the live chat. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for sticking around. Until next time, y'all have a good one.
Peace.